Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Evans Nyakundi Maina. I just want to take this opportunity to talk about the tricks and the ways Kenyan government has used to disown its people in China. And this is totally unacceptable. As I speak, I am in the diaspora. I want them to know this. When they make an excuse that if they evacuate Kenyans from China, they will have to evacuate Kenyans from all over the world. It's not true, and that is not the truth of what's happening. We as foreigners, Kenyan citizens living outside Kenya, we are also in the front line demanding that the Kenyan government must act fast. They must come out and sort out the Kenyan citizens' problem in China in particular. Yes, we have Kenyans in America where we have high rates of cases. We have Kenyans in Britain. We have Kenyans in some African countries. We have Kenyans in so many places, including India. But we are not concerned of those areas because there has been no reported cases of racism to our people. We are particularly talking about Kenyans living under terrible circumstances in China. So the minister, Ababu Namwamba, coming out in the media saying that he's counting 54 countries. If he evacuated Kenyans from China, he must be ready to evacuate Kenyans from these other countries. Those are lies and they're baseless. Those are baseless. They're trying to prevent themselves from failing to deliver to Kenyans. Ambassador Sarah Serem, on her part, she's doing what she could do. She's trying, but she will not try. She cannot do more if the government by itself cannot do what it's supposed to do at the right time. So the only thing that we want to hear is that how do Kenyans who are suffering in China are going to come back home? The excuse of saying that Kenyans who live in China, they are saying there's a short notice that on the 1st of May cannot be okay for them. Those are excuses. We have people who are living in China who are crying to us on a daily basis. We speak on phones. They are living a very terrible life. They are being threatened day after day. There's no way a threatened person like that can be told that he's going back home. Then he says, I need time to prepare. Prepare for what? Those are excuses, and those excuses must come to an end. Why could Uhuru Kenyatta pay 72 million to Raila Odinga? For what purpose? All these millions, which are billions, which are being given surrendered to the counties. What are the purposes of these billions when they cannot be able even to give 1 billion to evacuate Kenyans from where they have problems? What kind of humanity is this? Did humanity die in these people's lives? Did we lose it all that we don't want to think about people? We are thinking of how much do we get into our pockets? Mr. President, Uhuru Kenyatta. We are not happy with this. All Kenyans are concerned. Diaspora. Kenyans who are living outside Kenya, they are concerned about the Kenyans who are suffering in China. Full stop. We want answers for those Kenyans who are living in China. How are they going to be evacuated from China to Kenya? We don't want excuses. And there is no way someone who has been homeless for this long can even have the money which you are trying to say that they must raise for their transport. No, the Kenyan government, it is your responsibility to do that, to evacuate your citizens. You are making everything politics. Every now and then we are talking about politics. We are talking about who is going to war, to be what. But we have a serious issue, a serious matter here now on the table that we need to address too. President Uhuru Kenyatta, you must come out clear and speak or talk about this issue. You are Kenyans suffering in India. We don't want diplomacy. We want our people back home. We have first-class aeroplanes. We have first-class flights in Kenya. Kenya Airways, well known in the world. We cannot rely from other sources to evacuate our people. Why is it taking too long? This is absolutely nonsense. My people, I want to thank those Kenyans who have taken their position and their proposition to stand in condemning this way that the government officials and the government itself, they are behaving towards his people. We are not going to entertain this, and we are not going to make COVID-19 a playground or a source of getting income. Right now, we have cases like this boy from Homa Bay, who has been saying that is coronavirus positive. The patient himself, who is said to be coronavirus positive, he is sound and healthy. He doesn't have the virus, but it's claimed that he has coronavirus. He's not under any treatment. What kind of carelessness is that? If he's saying he's not coronavirus positive, why could he be retested and we be given the correct information about him? No, we are not going to agree with this ill treatment of Kenyan government to its people. We are saying the government must take responsibility. And if President Uhuru Kenyatta, you are not able to take control of your government, it's better for you to resign at this time and let us go back to elections. That's number one. Number two, I want to talk about something that is very offending and disturbing here. For everyone's sake, I want the entire world, including Kenya, to know that President Uhuru Kenyatta, he is in his last rap to come out of office. It does not mean that when you finish your rap to come out of the office, now you create another alliances. I don't know, alliances for what? President Moi retired from politics. President Kibaki retired from politics. The same way you will retire from politics. When your time comes, that is 2022, your 2 term is going to finish. And you have no right under the Kenyan constitution to file for any position in the land. Whether you are 18 years, whether you are 40 years, it doesn't matter. We have even younger people than you. We have even smart people, smarter than you, who can do that job. So don't lie to yourself with you and the rider that you are going to align some other coalitions and grip into power and stay there forever. No, it's not Kenya. That one can happen in Zimbabwe. That one can happen in Uganda. that can happen in other countries, but Kenyans will stand as we are starting to stand out of the cloud and saying it in public that it's not possible. My president, we respect you this far. Please don't take that tribute for granted. And don't be misled by the likes of Aturi, the likes of David, this guy here, minor commander, the likes of Joe, the likes of this guy, Murate. Be a man enough. The way you have been, do the right thing for Kenyans. Mr. President, we are counting on you to give us your last lap statement and give us your proposition as in what do you stand for. We are not intending to see these stories, these tricks, these movies around your government, and you are so quiet as if you do not exist. We are waiting to hear from you. Yako kumi, Naruto kumi. Remember that. Kenyans will hold you accountable for that. Kenyans will call you a betrayer. Kenyans will see you as someone who will never be trusted anymore if you don't keep your word. You must remember your roots, Mr. President. Where do you come from? It's not the end of the world, but you must remember your roots. Thank you.